Greetings, dear precious spirit soul that you are. Breathe into your heart, out through your mouth. Into your heart, out through your mouth. Get centered in your heart. Be right where you are. My topic, exorcise yourself. Now, exercise, ER, or exorcise, OR, when you exercise something, XER, you are using it. You're exercising it. You're using it. They might say, you go to the gym to exercise. What's that mean? To move your body, to tense your body, to do these different things with your body. Well, to exorcise would be to exorcise a demon or possession by someone or something. What I notice is we are possessed by what we possess. And to exorcise yourself, you have to let go of your possessions. That means what you believe you own, because whatever you believe you own owns you. And if we look at real owning, you've got to own yourself. And when you own yourself, it's you start fresh in every moment. Every moment is a fresh beginning. And the more we're possessed by our possessing of people, the more difficult our relationships, because they're full of expectations of how they're supposed to behave, so that I know they love me and they're never going to leave me, and on and on and on. So when people want to have a loving, supportive relationship with another, what we would want to be looking for is to have a relationship first with ourselves. And the more we're possessed by our possessions, our things, our past, anything you're identifying with other than who you really are, free of all veils, free of all materialism, free of all ignorance, mind programming, however that may be, to be who you really are in the moment, this now, is to have the only possession you have is yourself, your relationship with your beloved, the divine, our source, our partner, best friend, that we are all part of, and yes, each an individual. I am a personalist. If you want to know an impersonalist from a personalist includes impersonalism, such as love and the law. Love is a personal experience. Love comes from a living entity, because our nature is love, absolute love. You're the absolute, part of the absolute. And whatever you are and whoever you are part of, that's what your fabric is, that is who and what you're made of. And the wonderful news is that you are always now and will always be and always have been, because we think we have a past and all of this kind of thing. It's always you with your beloved and each other. So when we get possessed by our possessions, that means we're always emotionalizing what's going on with our stuff. And then we believe that our stuff is going to protect us, it's going to save us. And we get possessed by thoughts and ideas and beliefs. They take us over. And if we look at our real possession being ourselves, every other possession is not our possession, because each and every being possesses themselves. We do not possess each other. And yet in another sense, because we are all part of each other, or each other we're all part of the divine, and therefore in some way each other, as living entities, real divine beings, creator, I call you creator gods. I'm not going to say you're the big deal God. I never said that. Never, people say, well, you can't say you're a God. Well, no. There would be many gods in that, because whatever your word God means, that's a word, it's a spelling, it's a word, it's a sound, there's a definition. Would be your source. There are no words, but you know what I mean. And if you don't, then you need to get to know yourself and your partnership and who you are. And one of the ways is through knowledge, through information that you can receive from great books, from teachers, and whatever you're called to really learn about yourself and be who you really are. And that's your only job. Your only job is to be who you are. And that's how I call be you to the full, be beautiful. So if you want to exorcise yourself, and the exercise of exorcising yourself is to free yourself of being possessed by anyone or anything, and yet you are not owned by the divine, because we are part of the divine, or you own the divine and the divine owns you, you see, because we are one and the same and different. Remember that too, also. So start to look at who and what is possessing you. Who and what are you giving your power to? Who and what are you believing? What idea has possessed you? What concept has possessed you? Okay? And whatever is possessing, you are possessing. Like it's like on a team. Life is not a game, so don't be playing that. You think that's a game. You are game. You are life. You're not a game. And it's playing the game of winner and loser. We've done that before. We'll talk about it later, but you get beyond that. And when you notice and start looking at, write it down. What are you possessed by? And that means controlled by and directed by. And then as you start letting all of this go, to realize you are the one possessing that. Possess yourself and your partnership and beloved with the divine, and then you are living the mystic path. You are already there. You're acknowledging and activating and being resourced from your soul, from yourself, eternally. All right, so exorcise yourself and experience the freedom that you always have, and you claim it now. So I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you. You know that. And all of you and the support that we're receiving, that is so great, allows us to do this and to reach all the people out there that want this message. Let's start getting local again. Let's start bringing everything back into our own communities, okay? And start and getting back into the feeling, in a sense, of not just the tribe, but of our friends and our relatives and people who are all generating in a very loving, glorious way, harmony and balance with nature and each other. Exercise yourself and experience the divine.